This is Morning Juice. Sports, insight, and great storytelling. Starring Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Tito Thitoff. It's time to attack and dominate.
Attack and dominate. Mike's off there, Bodie.
Yes, they were.
Thank you very much. Always got to double check on that one because you know what? I'll be honest, if I was in charge, Mike's wouldn't always be off. I'd sometimes forget that button. Nice to see you today, Bodie.
Good to see you guys, too. Glad to be back.
Tito, Carpenter, the great Bodie Wells. Bobby,
it's great to have you back.
It really is. He's good. Yeah. No, look, Big Mo's great.
Spent all day yesterday celebrating that huge Monday Night Football victory.
Cowboys are back.
Cowboys. How about them Cowboys?
You people have messed me up.
Who are you people?
You guys, the two of you.
Why is that?
Well, because, Bob, because of our conversations, I watch football differently.
How so?
Just like I pay closer attention to linebackers, and because some of the stuff we talk about strategically and things that happen, so you've educated me in that way, but I watch it differently than I used to when I was dumber. I'm not saying I'm smart now, but I'm not as dumb.
Listen, Neo, you chose to take the pill.
I did. I know, you're right.
Get your eyes opened.
Yep. And the situation with Bodie is this. I don't just watch and but I don't just when Notre Dame is playing or Dallas is playing, I'm invested because of Bodie.
Don't do that. It's not a fun time, Tito.
No, but
I'm watching.
Man.
Cowboys.
And then, by the way, Bob, you too with the Cowboys. And also, you two with your buddies.
I wasn't fully invested in Dallas until Shoddy got the job. And that increased my level of investment. I always wanted Zeke to win. They always had some Ohio State guys there, a couple Buckeyes and everything. But I really always wanted to cheer for my friends. And watching how Schottenheimer handled everything, given just what has happened there, the events over the last couple weeks where you lose a player, you have trade guys going in and out. I mean, just the full range of emotions. And for them to go out there and get a win, listen, the Raiders aren't setting the world on fire, but it looked pretty darn good. And they look like a team that if you can continue to build off of this, there's something there.
Road win in the NFL, Bob, never a given. And Javonte Williams looks damn good as a running back for them. And now we're talking about this in this first segment after CFP rankings come out. And I feel like somewhere on my body that's covered up right now, I've got a star tattoo somewhere that most people can't see. It's because of Bodie and because of you.
I'll tell you this, about two, 3 plays into the game when I saw Pickens and Lamb just hanging out on the sideline.
Yes.
I was like, what are we doing here? Then once they got in there, they started lighting it up.
Yeah, over-under was
Pickens
50.
had a great game.
Oh, yeah, he did. Lamb had a touchdown, too.
Over-under was 50.
Do you feel good if they re-signed him? Would you be happy about that?
Yeah, I would want them to, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Pittsburgh could use Pickens right now. That's the number 2 to DK Metcalf.
Well, that's why they brought in DK. And I think Pickens had some motivational issues and some things when they were there. I think Aaron would have got
he still kind of does a little bit.
Look, he's on a contract year. He's on a contract year.
That's why I asked if you wanted them to pay him, because then that might change the math on things.
It might, but he's good.
This might be the best year of Pickens' career, though.
It could be.
No question a contract based on this year.
No question.
And I don't know if he'll live up to it, but I think that he and CeeDee Lamb are a great duo, obviously. But God, I wish it was in Pittsburgh.
I mean, they're probably one of the best 2 in the league. And in his defense, maybe he continues to play like this even if he gets a big deal, because Dak is obviously far and away better than any quarterback situation he had when he was in Pittsburgh.
I don't know about that. Mr. Trubisky?
Russ.
That's a good point.
Dangerous.
Russ. You saw, listen.
Mr. Unlimited.
I don't know how you have that always queued up.
Russell.
Because he's a hotkey.
I'm just saying that he's always got it
too, Russell.
Anyway, I have said it a couple times, and now it's a hill I will die on. Not literally die, but maybe I will. I don't know. I'm not the best.
Never know.
Yeah. But I think the Cowboys, if they get into the playoffs, are a dangerous team. I would not want to play the Cowboys in the playoffs.
Yeah, they can score.
They can score a lot. They really can. So
defense might be a little better too. Williams did play pretty well.
Look, I know it's Vegas. I get
that's
it's
fine.
a road game though.
Look, Vegas beat the Pats, and they have the best record in the league.
We are sponsored by Riverside Bank in Dublin, Event Risk Elite Protection. 2 full hours here on YouTube, the Fan app, HD3. Download the show anytime and catch us from 10 a.m. to noon on 10 TV. Plus, you can hear a replay of this year's show on the Fan 2, 1460 a.m. from 1 to 3 p.m. Where else, Bodie?
That'd be on Facebook and Twitter.
Look out. Big show lineup for you. Austin Ward's going to join us at 7:23-ish. Who knows? We always have ish. But if you listen to the show for a long time, you know everything is ish. Men's college basketball, Ohio State hosts Western Michigan on Thursday at 8 o'clock. The OSU women host Kent State at 6:30 tonight. Cavs host the Rockets at 7 o'clock tonight. Jackets fell to Winnipeg 5-2 last night.
How about lose a peg?
Lose a peg. There we go. Oh, gosh, Bobby, I almost said it. I'm so glad I did. Not to say it off the air, the joke I was going to make.
Let's hear it.
No, I can't say it,
I got
Bob.
a dump button right there.
It doesn't matter.
So does Amber Heard.
I can't say it, Bob, but I wish I could. But I think it's a funny joke. Anyway, in college football last night, we had some action going on. Yes. They had weather delays at the OU game, but nonetheless.
That weather yesterday was brutal.
Akron beat Bowling Green 19-16. OU knocked off UMass 42-14, and Western Michigan over Northern Illinois 35-19.
Wait, did the Bobcats win?
Bobcats won.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
42-14.
42-14.
Yeah.
They got the win there.
I was free. Ohio State practiced outside last night, and I was there. And once it started pouring rain, I couldn't leave because then I didn't want to look soft. And so I just stood there, woefully under-equipped for the type of weather that was happening, which was about 40 degrees and rain with about 15 miles an hour of wind on it. It was
Other
doggy.
than that, though.
Other than that, so I talked to some of the guys.
Yeah,
Like, what's the worst weather you can play? And I go, this.
Yeah.
And like it was like a wild consensus. Like Nate Ebner, like Maurice was out there, a bunch of guys like, this is it. Give me 20 and wind or snow. Just please don't give me like 40 rain. And then that wind just piled it on. You know, it's like once you get wet, the wind does a great way of just cutting right to your bone. Like it feels really good right there.
So
my shoes are still wet from yesterday.
Let me ask you a question. Would you have enjoyed watching the practice from a monitor inside?
No, not a monitor. Would have enjoyed watching the practice indoors. They took like the last 4 periods indoors, but here's the thing: when you got young quarterbacks, guys like this, they need to learn how to throw in that and make sure that they're equipped for it because you're probably going to see it this Saturday because it's supposed to be 50 and sunny, which is awesome.
Next week, maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah.
That's really the only time.
Yeah.
The rest of the games are going to be indoors or in the south.
Right. Is this team? Oh gosh, I'm asking a big question, Bobby. Early on, before we get to the state and history, is this team equipped to handle the conditions like last night? Because they haven't had to face it much. You got Julian Sane, who hasn't had to deal with things like that very often. The running game has been better lately, but is still, I don't know if you would say this or not, Bob. I'm not 100% convinced. I feel like 80% confident every week in the running game.
Okay.
Do you feel very confident that in conditions like you saw last night,
You could just go up and run the ball?
I
think so.
Okay.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
Every week they get a little better. Why do you think they run the ball all the time? They keep working on it. I mean, they're rotating offensive line. They're working through some things. So, yes, I feel better about it.
We will hear from Ryan Day later on what he had to say yesterday. This was all pre-CFP rankings. Ohio State obviously number 1 in the CFP, followed by Indiana, A&M, Georgia at 4. Texas Tech comes in at 5. Number 6, you had Ole Miss, who's probably going to lose their head coach here at some point really soon.
I don't
Does
know
that
if
impact the
I don't know if
rankings?
that's true.
Message board's genius. I've tweeted out multiple times, Bob. Florida and LSU confirmed. That's where Kiffin's going.
He's going to both.
He's going to both.
They had
He's
his
going to get a dual
family go
contract.
there. They're like, anything that they've seen, anything that's been reported is he's wanted to report. He's wanted it reported.
Kiffin's playing this whole thing out.
I think
He's
I
the
heard
puppet
this
master.
unbelievable hypothesis where he had his family. They let him go to both LSU and Florida. They're giving him the ultimatum, so he can give the Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not leaving.
Right. I'm not leaving.
I chose Ole Miss over both of these places. We looked at them thoroughly, but this is the place I want to be.
After he signs the extension.
Yeah, of course.
The big contract, yeah.
Well, I mean, listen, I'm not saying they said they'd match any offer, but that doesn't mean he'd still stay.
Yeah.
I know.
So that is honestly, that's my hypothesis on this. I don't think that he leaves.
You think he's there?
I think he's there.
Bodie, do you think he next year is coaching Ole Miss?
I'll say yes.
Gun to Carpenter's head, you're saying yes.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
No
Yeah,
consequence, whatever.
Hey, gun to Carpenter's head? I think he's coaching Penn State next year. Let's do Bobby, let's make us smarter.
Time to get smarter. Morning Juice presents Today in History. Here's your professor, Bobby Carpenter.
All right, Bob. Do your thing, brother.
All right, it is Wednesday, November 19th, the 323rd day of the year. 42 days remaining in this.
Al Horford.
There you go.
I was going to say Bobby Carpenter. What the hell?
Legendary Al
Look at
Horford.
that right there, Bobby. That shows you where
Legendary
the
Al
love
Horford.
is.
It
No,
is. It's all right.
that's fine. No, he's
It's all right. It's all right.
disrespectful.
42 days remaining. This date, 1863. Lincoln delivers the Gettysburg Address.
Oh. What was the Gettysburg? I get confused. What was the Gettysburg Address? What exactly did he say there? What was the key point on that one?
That was they
That was
declared
4 scores and 7 years ago.
the
right?
abolition of slavery. Yeah.
Okay, that was a slavery one then. Okay, I wasn't
Yes.
sure.
Our forefathers came before here for a new nation.
Yep. The hell's 4 scored 7 years?
Do you know what a score? Do you know what a score is?
Yeah.
What's a score?
Had a couple in high school.
Okay.
I don't know. It's what's a score?
Do you know what a decade is?
A
That's what I
decade's
thought
10,
it was.
but a score is a memory.
Oh,
Score is 20.
20. Okay.
So
4
a score is 2
7 years
decades.
ago.
Okay.
So 1863. So 4 score, which would be 80,
Yep.
plus 7, 4 score and 7 years ago.
Sounds like 87.
So there you go.
All right. Look, every time someone says the 4 score thing, I can't remember what a score is.
Okay,
But then
well.
I learned it now, but it won't stick with me, Bob. Next
I don't
year
understand
at this time,
how it won't stick with you. It's fairly easy to remember.
Let's make more history.
Okay, make more history. This date, 1950, Dwight Eisenhower becomes the supreme commander of NATO in Europe, the 5-star general, gets that 5th star on his arm. The National Review is first published in 1955. This date, 1969, Apollo 12 astronauts Alan Brand and, my gosh, I wish I could remember, I think Pete Conrad become the 3rd and 4th men to walk on the moon. This date, 1969, Pele scores his 1,000th goal.
Também homem, frio como ele se emociona. Caminhou Pelé, apontou.
Hey! Oh!
Olha o Santo, olha a loucura.
I mean, listen, I don't speak Portuguese, but I know those guys are pretty excited. This date, 1979, Nolan Ryan sets a record with his 4-year, $4.5 million deal with the Astros. And then in 1994, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers play You Don't Know How It Feels live on SNL. Oh, this isn't You Don't Know How
That's
It
not
Feels.
No, that's a different song.
That's
there.
one of
Is
my
this-
favorites.
Is this a Mo thing?
No, I told him they were on SNL. They played 2 songs. I figured You Don't Know How It Feels would be the one he would
Yeah.
pick. Given was, I'm not sure what that one was.
Before we go further,
Deep cuts
Bodie,
only.
you got major props yesterday for the Charlie Murphy
Oh,
putting that up. Yes.
I was joking
Yes.
with Bodie about putting that on there, and then as soon as I heard that, I was like, "Oh my gosh, he actually put it on."
He lost his appetite.
That's
In honor of Jack
That's
Tatum.
stopped the mouth. So I think it's
His eyelids were trembling because
That's the greatest
I
scene
don't
ever.
think they can move.
This date, 1994, John Carpenter becomes the first brother John to win Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Hi, Dad.
oh, this is that guy's cocky.
I don't really
A little
need your
arrogant.
help. I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to win the $1 million.
What if he would have lost that deal? What if he would have Leon Ledded that
I was going to say
game?
Deshaun Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson just running in, ball.
Because the U.S. president appeared on Laughing as Richard Nixon. That's my final
That's an
answer.
easy question, by the way. Did you guys both know that or not? You probably
No,
did.
because we weren't alive then.
What can I say
Dude,
except
that wasn't
Dippy,
like-
you're
that was
going
like
to
one.
Paris, and this is the final answer heard all around the world. He's won $1 million.
What was the question?
It was which president appeared on Laughing. The television.
He doesn't even know what that show is, and I'd never heard of that show either.
It was Goldie Hawn got her start on that show.
Congratulations.
Oh,
boys.
speaking of,
Oh,
I was
she on here
looking
too
at
today? Oh, sorry.
not today, but
Yeah.
Thursday or Friday.
There you go. You love diving
Her
in now.
birthday, I think.
There you go.
Or
That
maybe a
sounds
death.
good.
Is she still with us?
She's still alive.
Yes.
Okay, it's her
She's married to
birthday.
Kurt Russell for like
Yes.
years
They're
now.
not married.
They're not married?
They're not married.
Great moments.
They've just always been together.
So she's
They-
available.
Well, if you think you can
Little
peel her
breast
away
spray
from
in there.
Kurt,
That's fine. Hey, you ever listen to Morning Juice? How
Hey.
about some Chardonnay?
how about this? This day, 2004, one of the greatest games in NBA history.
Oh, our test is in the
Is this
stands.
the Mouse Palace?
Not our test. Steven Jackson was the real
Okay.
hero. He walked up to that guy and punched him right in the face.
And then it was on.
And that dude was not. He's like, anyway, it's not cool.
No,
You know?
he was out on the court. Listen, you got in the lion's den.
Hey, I know.
Don't complain we got eaten by a lion.
Yeah.
Rashid is still over on the Indiana side of the timeline.
There goes Ben Wallace again.
There goes Artest up into the crowd. He's absolutely out of his mind. And Steven Jackson slugging people in the crowd here.
Slugging people in the
Team is
crowd.
in the crowd.
And now the Pistons are coming over.
This is not good for the NBA or for Detroit.
No kidding.
That sounds
This
great.
is the ugliest scene you'll ever see.
Rashid has to get out of the stands.
What in the world is going on here?
Rashid's trying to be a peacekeeper in the whole thing up in the stands right now.
All don't lie.
Rick Mahorn jumped up to try and keep people apart.
There's a fight down the other end right now. Ben Wallace is on the floor.
Color commentator for the Pistons TV.
Have no way to control this.
Coverage of that with Bill Lambier.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
And the coaches and the assistant coaches and everybody, when these guys lose it, and there's so many of them, there's almost nothing you can do.
Was that a moment of change in sports, Bob?
I don't know. I mean, it's the first time we ever saw anything like that. But it's not like we've had anything like that even close to happening again.
Well, they've gone to great extremes to try to make sure it doesn't happen again. I'm saying that because I feel like that
the
was
fact that a fan would throw a beer onto somebody
Yes.
on in the basket, like football, that stuff happens all the time. People throw it, but you're like up and elevated and away from people. You should be ejected for that. Like, there's
when
no
the Browns
place.
thing happened, that's what we changed from glass. What's that glass bottles they were throwing in Cleveland?
Yes.
Okay, and so that's what they changed to plastic bottles, and they have to take the lid off and all this stuff beforehand, all those things. So I feel like that was a
Can't bring
moment.
batteries into stadiums
Well,
anymore.
that's a little frowned upon. I'm okay with batteries though, just not season D's, but I have no problem with A's and double A's or triple A's. I mean,
And a sock.
Maybe,
you
yeah.
can do that too.
This date, 2020 or 2012, Nobody's Business is released by Rihanna.
You'll always be mine. Sing it to the world. Always be my boy. I'll always be your girl.
There we go. Some birthdays today. James A. Garfield, born this date 1831.
Don't.
Let's go Thitoff.
11,
Oh, come on.
Double it. Almost.
22,
A little less.
20.
I like that Bodie
There you go.
next study. Number 20.
20.
Wait, in 1831 he was 20?
Oh, no, he was the 20th president.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's born in 31.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you. Okay, this word.
That's the
right.
birthday that I give.
No, I got you. Said this. You're right. You're right. That's on me for not listening completely. But when you said 31, I thought he was elected like he was the 30. 31
Like
was like
in
the inauguration.
31, 11 wouldn't have been a bad guess.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you then.
That would have been
I
decent.
get points for the guess. I lose points
For not listening. Exactly. It's,
I think it's still a net
that
positive.
was when someone gives you the piece of paper and it has all these questions. The
John
first thing
Haycock.
is read all the directions before answering any, before
I always
activating
did
on
well.
it.
I did not do
Of
well on
course.
those.
And then you get to the bottom and said, do nothing.
Right. I say 7 out loud because like it says on there, say the
Yeah.
word 7 out loud. Yes.
Roy Campanella, the 3-time NL MVP, All-Star and Hall of Famer, born on this date 1921. Larry King, born on this date 1933.
I love Snoop. D.O. double jizzle. That can't be right. Snoop told me during the break that once he had a DNA test that found he is only 71% black. That true? Unless my math is wrong, if you're 71% black, you're 29% not guilty.
What an amazing line. Oh, my gosh, Larry King. When was that? I mean, that is... So Mo put that in there. That is...
Did you ever see the Larry King, Jerry Seinfeld interview when he thought Seinfeld got canceled? Like he's interviewing Seinfeld, he's talking about it like he's about the Seinfeld show getting canceled. And Jerry's like, Larry, do you think we got canceled? No,
Yeah.
I walked
chose to
away.
stop.
Yeah, I chose not to do it anymore. Do you think we got canceled?
That's great. That is great. I think I have seen that now that you bring it up. Ted Turner turning 87 today.
Lord.
Calvin Klein turning 83. Mike Wilbon, how old do you think he is?
I would put Wilbon at 71.
I was thinking 71 or 72.
67, but I didn't think. I mean, he's been doing PTI for about 25 years.
I still love that show. I watched it yesterday.
It's one of the better ones still on ESPN.
I think people really gravitated to it right away. And the key is Tony and Mike loved this license and sort of excuse to be the other person.
And I caught 106 passes just this year. How many touchdowns?
They loved that game right off the bat. They loved it.
I don't like any of that shit. None of it. 0.
What's that? 1 touchdown?
Hated it. Hated it. Hated it.
Of course he hates them. And he hates dressing up. And he hates wearing costumes. And he hates all of that. And I love all of that. Because I see it as entertainment.
I said no.
Kornheiser's in his late 70s, isn't he?
He is. He's
getting up there.
I bet I've watched 90% of those episodes they've ever done.
We used to always sit there and watch that during training table when I was playing at Ohio State. Not during the season because we wouldn't get out in time, but like in the winter and spring, we usually go through and sit there, have TVs running. We'd watch that.
Just to show you how much I like the show, there are things I really don't like about Wilbon and Kornheiser.
Yeah.
Wilbon because he ripped.
Bald.
Well, no, not he's bald. I'm not gonna but Bob, I'm not a baldist, but he ripped Jeff Pearlman's book about Walter Payton and admitted he never read it. Like he rips Pearlman all the time whenever they talk about that book. It's been talked about several times on the show.
It's crazy because he's a journalist. Like,
right, that's the part that bothered me.
I think he'd be better.
The Kornheiser thing, somebody who I know, a very respected reporter, this was probably 25 years ago at a Final Four, maybe 30 years ago. And they're doing like the press conference to start the Final Four. Kornheiser's in there with an intern, and Kornheiser turns to the intern and says, you know what, this isn't my bag. Take notes for me, and walks out. And like I thought that was pretty bush also.
When he did Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Or Sunday night, whatever he did.
It was Monday Night Football.
Monday Night
Dennis
Football.
Miller and Al Michaels.
He was kind of a jerk.
Yeah.
Like when he would come around, guys didn't really care for him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He wasn't like a traditional reporter, which
that's what
is
I'm saying.
what
I don't
he
think he
is.
is. Yes.
A columnist, and
Yeah.
he's kind of a jerk.
But I still watch the damn show.
Someone who's not a jerk, someone who's awesome. Meg Ryan turning 64 today.
I love
Joe?
Meg.
And you and I would never have been at war. And the only thing we'd fight about would be which video to run on a Saturday night.
Well, who fights about that?
Well, some people. Not us.
We would never.
If only.
If only. What a great. You've never seen You've Got Mail, have you?
Nope.
I
You
know
would
my
really
Meg Ryan
enjoy it
rom-coms.
for the technical aspect of like.
Ding. With the.
I mean, it was like the early stages of like
The internet.
internet
Yeah.
and like sending emails and dating someone online. Very interesting. Meg Ryan, Tom Hanks. Good movie. 1 year younger than Meg Ryan, the wonderfully talented Jodie Foster.
Do you know what you look like to me with your good bag and your cheap shoes? You look like a rube. A well-scrubbed, hustling rube with a little taste.
What movie is this?
Good nutrition.
You don't recognize that voice?
Bone,
No, I'm still
but
what
you're not
movie is
more
it,
than
though?
one generation from poor white trash, are you, Agent Stein?
Is that McConaughey?
And that accent
I don't know who it is.
so
It's
desperately
Anthony
to
Hopkins.
shed Pure West
Oh, is this that
Virginia.
Lambs movie?
What is your
Yes,
fault? Is your
the
coal
Lambs
mine,
movie.
the distinctive
I've never seen it,
name?
Bob.
It's about a
You know
shepherd.
how quickly the boys
That
found
seems like-
you.
it
All
seems
those
like they marketed it wrong,
tedious
if it's about
sticking from
shepherds.
the backseats of cars, while you could only dream of getting out, getting anywhere, getting all the way to the end of the puppy pie.
You see a lot, Doctor?
I think I've seen one or two of her movies.
You've never seen Silence of the Lambs?
No, it's a scary
buddy.
movie.
It's not scary.
There's people. The dude's eating lambs and people.
I don't know if he's eating lambs. I think he's
Well,
eating people.
Keep the lambs quiet by eating them.
So with some fava
Silence.
beans with a nice Chianti. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a
That's
couple
good.
of clips.
I can't believe you didn't recognize his voice. It says McConaughey?
I don't know.
All right.
The guy's a method actor, dude. He could have pulled it off.
Get out of here. Billy Currington, country music star, turning 52 today. Alan Mack, the Browns legend, first-round draft pick there, 7-time Pro Bowler, turning 40. And Fred Warner, tears Achilles knee?
Something, ankles maybe.
Achilles.
Fred Warner turning 29, the 4-time first-team All-Pro with San Francisco. And then passing away on this day, 2005, Steve Belichick, the father of Bill Belichick, and in 2017,
R.I.P.
maybe the real-life Hannibal Lecter, Mr. Charles Manson.
You scared to die?
Sometimes I feel I'm scared to live.
He's had like 4 birthdays this year, doesn't feel like.
No, he died. This isn't his birthday.
All right, I'm just
It's a different kind of day.
There are a lot of people who think you'd go start killing people again.
Again? Well, you guys are misinformed. I haven't killed anyone. I didn't break the law. The judge knew that.
Bad laugh at
But
this.
people didn't want to hear it. The judge knew it. He washed his hands. He said, I know it, but what can I do? People want this.
Did you kill Shay?
Hell no.
A lot of people think you're a monster, Charles. How you
Yeah,
feel?
they think you're a monster because you reflect this news media on you.
Do you miss women?
Certainly. My goodness. Yeah, damn right. Yeah.
What do you think of women?
Oh, I like them. Yeah, they're nice. They're put together well and everything, and they're soft and spongy. Yeah, they're nice. As long as they keep their mouth shut and do what they're supposed to do.
If I say that
Why
on
do
the
you
air,
say
I
that?
get fined.
Because
I
that's
get
what a
fired,
woman's
probably.
supposed to do.
Keep her mouth shut and do what she's supposed to do?
Shoot.
What was the last line?
I think you just said shoot them. What do you do if they don't keep their mouth shut and do as they follow? Shoot them. Well, okay.
Listen, but he didn't kill anybody. Remember that. Start killing anybody.
Again.
What are you talking about? Oh, that's great. Some holidays observances today. Yeah, that was the day he passed away.
Thank you. Okay.
And it was his birthday, probably in the last week or two.
Yeah,
if you say on holidays observances it's Charles Manson Day, I'm turning off my microphone and walking away.
He only died 8 years ago. I mean, could have went and visited him in the like you and
was he
like you and Toby visited the Scranton Strangler.
Was he put to death or did
No, he died in prison.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why would they kill him? He did nothing wrong. He killed nobody, dude. Like, put to death.
Some holidays observances. It is Have a Bad Day. How about that?
Seriously.
Well, there you go. National Camp Day, National Monopoly Day, Rocky and Bullwinkle Day. How about that? And No, I'm joking. And World Toilet Day. And those historical events, your birthdays, your passings, your holidays, observances for this date. Wednesday, November 19th, the 323rd day of the year, and 42 days remaining in this 2025.
Well done as always, General. I don't know what you do on World Toilet Day. I'm not sure how you celebrate that. Coming up next. But seriously, well done. I'm sorry I didn't mean to derail you on that one. But coming up next, the new CFP rankings are in. We also hear what Ryan Day had to say yesterday, pre-rankings. We'll do that next Morning Juice.
James Laurinaitis here for my guys at Green & Sons, the premier Kubota dealership in Central Ohio. Green & Sons has all the Kubotas you need to tackle your land and come out a winner. They have zero-turn skid steers, tractors from 18 to 171 horsepower, and also utility vehicles. My favorite is my RTV Sidekick. The best thing about Green & Sons is they've been family-owned and operated since 1970, and you will love dealing with the Green family and their winning team. Do what I did and check out Green & Sons located in Mount Sterling and Marysville or online at greenandsons.com for all your Kubota needs.
Delaware County Veterans Services, here for those who served. Located on the ground floor of the historic courthouse in downtown Delaware, our team of veteran county veteran service officers is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Need a ride to a VA appointment? Facing a financial emergency? Are you or your spouse simply looking for answers? Then give Delaware County Veterans Services a call. 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment. Delaware County Veterans Services.
What does it mean to give 100%? It means giving everything you've got, every single day. That's why the V Foundation gives 100% of every dollar donated directly to cancer research. So no matter what you give, we give 100% for life-saving research victories, 100% to making new discoveries that lead to innovative treatments, 100% to groundbreaking cancer research that could one day save someone you love. We know cancer research is working, Over the last 30 years, an estimated 4.5 million lives have been saved thanks to game-changing research breakthroughs. But there is more work to do. That's why the V Foundation gives 100% of every dollar donated directly to cancer research. We will always give 100% to accelerate victory over cancer.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Donate today at v.org.
Some journeys start small, with small pause and big purpose.
Look how little you are, you sweet girl.
Every great partnership begins with the first step,
Bella, let's go.
guiding them through the world so one day they can guide someone through life. With shared experience, confidence grows, and the path becomes clear. It takes time, patience, and love. But the reward lasts a lifetime.
Hey, good girl, Bella.
You don't just raise a puppy. You raise a future. Become a Dogs Inc. puppy raiser. Give a dog a purpose. Give someone hope.
Learn more at dogsinc.org.
One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
All right, Morning Juice, Tito, Bobby, Bodie. Don't get used to that, because that's not going to happen much in the month of December, where it's Tito, Bobby, Bodie. Bob, the CFP rankings out yesterday. We talked about that briefly, but want to get into a little more now. And Alabama obviously took a drop, went down to 10th. Or the 10th where they were now, the 10th seed. I think weren't they technically 9th or were they 10th? Maybe they were 10th.
They were 10th.
Okay,
they
were the last at-large team
That's
to
what
get
it was.
in.
Yeah.
Oklahoma made their jump. Right now, as it stands, you would have a first-round game of Notre Dame at Oklahoma with the winner playing Ohio State.
That sounds like a pretty sweet matchup.
That does.
That would be good.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
How would you feel about that, Bodie?
I'd feel all right. I think Oklahoma's pretty good, but I don't think they're unbeatable.
No,
among the first round opponents, I think they're probably middle of the pack among teams I'd want to play.
Yeah.
Not the hardest, not the easiest.
The other games would be number 12 Tulane at number 5 Texas Tech, number 11 Miami at number 6 Ole Miss, and number 10 Alabama at 7 Oregon. That'd be a fun game.
See, this is what the biggest misnomer of that is. People keep putting Miami in there because they're the highest ranked ACC team.
Right, but they
have one of the hardest paths to get to the ACC championship.
Yeah. They do.
And so it's not the highest ranked team from your conference, it's the highest ranked conference champion.
Yep.
So if you go look, I mean, for whatever it's worth, I was playing with this last night as I was doing our reaction show.
Yeah.
On whatever the heck that is, Sirius XM. Let me see if I can get to the rankings again. When you go to
you want the ACC there?
Not the ACC.
No.
I went to this is where you want to go. The All-State Playoff Predictor.
Oh,
okay.
Where you go and they have percentages tied to all of this.
Yep.
Now, I don't know what type of fuzzy math they're doing, but there is 6, 12, 18, 19. Miami has the 20th best percent to get in there at 11%. 1% above Vanderbilt. 1% above SMU.
Yeah.
3% above Michigan.
Yeah, that's the thing, Bob. Yeah, you're right. There, a lot of things happen, but
like Georgia Tech has 36% and Virginia has 32%.
Can any of us predict the ACC?
Well, yeah, I can tell you this. Whoever the two teams playing next week or 2 weeks are, one of them's most likely getting in.
There's a scenario there. I saw that too, but there's a scenario where the ACC
I don't think
champ,
that's the case.
No, it would take a lot of stuff
It
to
would
happen.
have taken Duke getting
Duke
in.
would be, Duke was the one you had to look at.
Duke
there.
can still get in, though, by the way.
I know. It's
Even
insane.
with a loss. There's a lot of things that would need to happen, but there is still a path.
As we sit here today, just looking at the CFP, the format of it, we're sitting here in week 13 now, and are both of you still as are you both still very much pro the expansion to 12 teams, Or is any party like, we should go back to 4?
12. They're talking about going to 24.
I know, but they're going to go to 60. They will go to 60. I'm saying, like, now, though.
Big Ten's pushing for 24.
Big Ten's pushing for a lot of things, Bob. We'll talk about that later on, too. But
so is salt and pepper.
Yes, they were pushing it real good. Bob, has there been a point in time since they announced 12 for either of you? Has there been a point in time you said, you know what? God, I really wish we had 4 instead of 12?
Well, there wouldn't be near as many meaningful games this week.
Right.
Like Notre Dame Pitt last week wouldn't have mattered near as much.
Sure.
Like, yeah, you're watching 2 good teams play. It's fun, but I think most people thought Notre Dame was going to win that game.
Mm-hmm.
But there was still a thought, like when you're watching, like, hey, coming in here, it's ranked. McAfee did a great job of hyping it up. They sold it to you, and you're thinking, I mean, Notre Dame needs to win this game. If they don't win this thing, like, they're not getting in. But that would have been the case, wouldn't have been the case all year.
Sure.
Like Oklahoma beating Alabama wouldn't have been near as significant for Oklahoma.
It would have knocked Alabama out.
Probably knocked Alabama out, but it wouldn't have near the significance for Oklahoma. And that's the thing I think that's pretty good is there's a sweet spot. 24 I think is too many. You're going to probably getting the group of 5 team, like, I don't know. And listen, I think you should always have a way to win your way in as a conference champ, but like, gosh, the ACC is just so bad. Like, they're not.
Going on that, too, these conferences are just too big.
100%.
Like, we're not even really determining who's the best team. I mean, it's probably the best team. If the odds that are, like, kind of stacked the way they are right now play out, it's going to be Ohio State and Indiana in the Big Ten championship game. Those are probably the 2 best teams. I don't think anybody's going to make much of an argument for it. But the fact that, like, let's say USC wins their next 2 games, just hypothetically. Let's say they beat Oregon, beat UCLA. They didn't even play Indiana and Ohio State this year. Right. So how are we sure that, like, do I think Ohio State and Indiana are better than Southern Cal? I think so.
Yeah.
But they didn't even play. And, like, the ACC is, like, going to have this mess where, I mean, I think Miami's probably the best team in the ACC, but the way things have just stacked, and granted, they lost 2 conference games, so they have to own that, but we just have so many teams that it's just, in all these conferences, that it's, I agree with you, Carp. I'm okay with teams earning their way in by winning the conference, but I'm not even sure how often we're actually getting the best team, and it's going to happen more often than not, but
I would have liked this. This would have been a great format.
If the Pac-12 didn't die.
And I would take it even one step further. If you could have went back about 15 years and had the Big East comprised as it normally was.
Because you could have had 6 conference champs, right?
Big 12, Pac-12 too, right? 15 years ago? Was that when the Big 12 was still around 15 years ago? Were they still around then or not?
The Big 12 is still around.
I'm sorry, but I mean with Oklahoma and Texas, that iteration.
Yeah.
I mean, Oklahoma, Texas there. I'm sorry. That's
you have Oklahoma and Texas in there.
That's what I mean, yes.
And then you still would have Miami.
Yeah.
And, like, it would have been nice you get Cincinnati into that Big East and whatever. That's probably more of a logical fit than the Big 12. And I would like to have seen Utah get into the Pac-12. TCU being like some of these teams that are good having their way to play in. And only through, like, massive expansion did they ever get their shot. And then they took advantage of it once they got there.
Sure.
Yeah.
But if you could have just bolted on a couple more teams in each region and taking the conferences from maybe, like, 10 to 12 or 12 to 14, like, okay, you've got, like, 2 divisions of, like, 6 or 7. You're playing these people. Leave Rutgers and Maryland out of the Big Ten. Could add Nebraska if you want. I mean, that's 6 one way, half dozen another. Yeah. And then you got 12 at 6 and 6. And, like, that seems like pretty good. And then you'd have, an ACC champ. They would have, Miami or a Big East champ. They have Miami in there. The ACC was still in a pretty good spot with a lot of their teams. Big 12 has all the traditional teams, Oklahoma in there, Texas. And the Pac-12, like, Oregon, USC, teams are talking about, they're playing each other. Washington, Utah had been there. Like, that would have been great instead of them being in the Big 12. Like, it would have made a lot more sense. You'd be like, okay, I think every one of those places deserves an at-large. And then you fill in Notre Dame when they're in the mix, and then you fill in 5 more, spots. And then you don't need, like, 4 spots for a conference because the conference has 12 teams.
Yeah.
So getting, like, 2 and maybe you get a third if you've got 3 great teams one year. But, like, that would have been a much better situation than where we're at.
I'm going to play this clip from Ryan Day real quick, Bob, and I want a quick response from you. Here is Ryan Day talking about injury protocol during the weeks of a game.
The medical staff each day gives a report on how someone's doing, whether they're in practice, full go, limited, or out, and then kind of gives an update on how things are going. And then as we get closer to the game, it's available, unavailable, or questionable, game time decision. And so we just go off of that, and certainly the communication between the players and the medical staff is important in terms of making those decisions.
Not asking for inside information, Bob. Your opinion. Do you think that Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith play on Saturday?
Based upon like how Carnell looked, or no, how Jeremiah looked during the game. The fact that it'll be cool. I don't think it's gonna be freezing cold. And the fact that like Carnell hasn't played the last 2 weeks, and knowing what you have, like Michigan, India, like after this, you're probably gonna have 6 really tough games.
Yeah.
I would say no. That's just me looking at it objectively.
Right.
Seeing,
5 tough games, right? 1, 2.
Michigan, Big Ten championship.
Then you get a bye, 3,
maybe
right?
5. Depending if you win.
But yeah, we won't get 6, though.
You got to win.
They're going to win. Okay.
Well, I think you would get a bye.
You're right.
I think you'd still get a bye if you lost IU.
If you beat Michigan.
If you you have to win the next
You're right.
2.
That's fair. That's fair.
There's a potential for 6, but 5.
Yeah.
5 at a minimum.
Yeah.
6 at the most. That's half a season.
I know it is. Isn't that crazy?
So it's like playing these guys against Rutgers. I mean, have you watched Rutgers play football?
This is some throwaway game up in Rutgers.
It really is. It's a throwaway game on Piscataway, but it's in Columbus.
But Bob, but how much though of it? And maybe it won't matter. But the fact it's the last time the shoe for Carnell,
and maybe he goes out there, runs through, and maybe he has a ceremonial series.
Right.
Like the thing is, you've got to get like all warmed up for that.
That's the thing.
And if it's a soft tissue injury, like what's the risk versus reward?
Yeah, I know.
And he's the only one that can answer that question. Him and the medical staff. And they've got great trainers and PTs over there. I mean, they've got this whole crew of Barnhouse, Tyler, Solo, Stu. Like they've got a whole crew of guys that are really good, that do a great job. And, I trust them getting those guys ready to play and then making the decision of what is good and what wouldn't be.
Bodie, during the break, if you don't mind, can you go over there and tell Dylan Blue Cheese sucks?
I can
Drama,
do that.
Drama
Yes.
614_ wants us to let
He's got a
Dylan
fair
know.
point. Ranch is better. But
Blue cheese doesn't suck. There's your poll question right there.
I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
A little blue cheese goes a long way.
There we go. That's a good way to look at it there, Bob. Coming up next, Quick Hitters Morning Juice.
I'm Shanola Hampton. Every day, millions of people face hunger. Today, I will share with you some of their experiences. I'm stuck between paying for medications or paying for food. John from Maine. After paying my bills, I can buy groceries. It's sad to say, food comes last. Alice from Oregon. I thought pantries were for less fortunate people, but anybody could be less fortunate in a day or even a second. Claire from Virginia. The Feeding America network of food banks helps provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. No one should have to worry where their next meal will come from. Together, we can end hunger. Learn more at feedingamerica.org.
My son Ian was diagnosed with a brain tumor at the age of 16 months. The outlook was pretty rough. I mean, it was, we had no hope until St. Jude rescued us. I mean, they saved him. To this date, we are 12 years into this journey, and from day one, we've never once seen a bill. It gave us the peace of mind to know that we're there with our son, and we're gonna beat cancer together. Now, he is doing really, really well. He's alive because of what St. Jude has done. He's here because of the doctors who came before, their blood, their sweat, their tears, the knowledge accumulated and shared, with everyone else around the world. This is how we get rid of this, how we help kids beat cancer all over. It's the future.
Together, we will make cures possible for every child everywhere. Learn more at stjude.org.
In honor of all those we've lost to cancer and those still fighting and thriving, like basketball analyst and cancer champion Dick Vitale.
I want to beat cancer. I'm going to beat it. That's no doubt in my mind. I'm going to win this battle.
Defeating cancer will take all of us. Join our team to help fund game-changing research that saves lives. At the V Foundation, V is for victory over cancer. V is for victory over the odds. V is for victory over health disparities, victory over setbacks, victory over the unknown. V is for victory over giving up.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Donate to the V Foundation to join our team and help save lives.
Cancer can take away all my physical abilities. It cannot touch my mind, it cannot touch my heart, and it cannot touch my soul.
100% of donations fund game-changing cancer research. Donate now to the V Foundation at v.org.
Bobby Carpenter, husband, father, Buckeye. Jeff Thitoff, husband, father, idiot. This is Morning Juice.
Morning Juice. Don't worry, folks. I let Dylan know. We're all good to go on that one. But now it's time for Bodie to shine. And it's saying air details here, Bodie, on my
air
setup.
Details? Okay.
You got it?
I got you here. Let me get mine ready to go here. Quick hitters. Here we go.
Morning Juice presents Quick Hitters.
Sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy today at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP.
He's
all right,
Bodie
fellas.
Wells. He's back.
Happy Wednesday. Actually going to go a little bit of a pivot here.
Oh, let's do it.
Do you guys think Miami gets in if they don't play for the ACC title?
No.
You think
Zero
they'll get
chance.
left out?
Zero chance.
I think
the Twitter world's not very happy about that because they have a head-to-head over a team that's ranked a handful of spots ahead
But
of
I ask
them.
this: who of watching the games the last month would say that Miami is a better team than Notre Dame?
Notre Dame's resume is better top to bottom. I know that sounds kind of silly to say because they lost to Miami, but if you look over the course of the season who Miami lost to, who Notre Dame lost to, which, like I said, I know it's very weird to be like, well, they lost to one of those two teams, and one of those two teams is Miami. But, yeah, I wasn't sure what your guys' thoughts are on that.
But on that note, Bob, do you have to look at then deserving?
Deserving has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
Clint Eastwood.
Okay. But I think that out of all the ACC teams,
either way, I don't give a damn what you think you are entitled to.
I think Miami has the best chance to advance in the playoffs than any other team in the ACC.
Yeah, they're the most talented.
Most talented team.
They're not playing the best. They're wildly inconsistent, and their coach, I don't think, is that great.
I don't think Coach is that great either. I'm saying, like, if you ask me which
that's how
team,
you take a really talented team and make them not as good as they could be. Give them an average coach.
I think that Miami, though, and that's where I struggle. Like, most deserving, probably Georgia Tech. Best or highest ceiling, Miami.
I think Virginia actually has the best shot at controlling their destiny and getting into the ACC championship.
So they have just one game left. They have a bye this week. Then they play Tech, obviously rivalry there to end the year. So if they win that
one,
one,
Lane Kiffin, by the way, when he was on McAfee and they're talking about this, he's like, "Hey, we got a bye this week, so we'll sit around and watch half the country lose." I'm like, "You're unbelievable, dude."
So if, let's say, Virginia wins that game, it's a home game, they'll be favored. Mm-hmm. Then they're in. They're in the ACC title game at that point. They'd be 7-1. Don't think anybody else could jump them there. So Georgia Tech hosts Pitt this week. That's a big one there. Both those teams just have one conference loss. If I'm not mistaken, I think if Georgia wins that game, if Georgia Tech wins that game, they're in because the following week they play Georgia.
Yeah,
obviously,
so
that game
done.
doesn't matter. SMU still has one loss. Like I said, Pittsburgh still has one loss. That'll be taken care of between them and Georgia Tech. SMU still has just one loss. They host Louisville and then go to Cal. I don't really know whether or not SMU will be favored in those games. They've already lost 3 games, so we'll see there. Yeah, true. And then Pittsburgh's the one that can kind of throw a bit of a wrench in all this because they go to Georgia Tech this weekend and then host Miami next weekend. So they can kind of
they control a lot of.
Yeah, they could still win their way in.
Yes,
they could also beat Georgia Tech, which would knock Tech out. But then if Miami turned around and beat Pitt, I think that's probably part of Miami's path to get in there. But they would still need SMU to lose, too, because SMU has the head-to-head there over the Canes. So, yeah, a lot of
there's like 4 or 5 different scenarios of what needs to happen for different things and all these different teams. Pitt has probably like one of the hardest pathways in, but the most the ability with the most self-control outside of Virginia.
Yeah.
Because if they win those 2 games, I think they are almost certainly in. There is some strength of schedule stuff and different common opponent things that are down there, wedged a little bit deeper, but though you just really gave us the nuts and bolts of it.
Yeah. I know people used to hate like the Big Ten East and West because it wasn't very balanced, and I get that. But we lived in a better world where you truly felt like you had the East best winner and the West best winner.
Sure.
And then same thing with the ACC, with the Atlantic and Coastal, SEC, et cetera, et cetera. It kind of made more sense, like we talked about last segment, where it was like, Purdue was never the second best team in the Big Ten when they played for the Big Ten championship, but they won the West, and at least you had maybe a little bit more balance there, but nevertheless. Staying with college football here, guys, speaking of the Pat McAfee show, Rich Rod, he got some good news on Tuesday afternoon when 4-star offensive lineman Kevin Brown committed to the West Virginia football program. Brown, he had been committed to Penn State prior to James Franklin's dismissal. He ranks as a top 100 overall prospect in this class of 2026. He chose the Mountaineers over Ohio State and North Carolina. And now comes the fun part of the story. How did he announce his decision to commit to WVU? He joined the Pat McAfee show yesterday to announce his intentions to head to Morgantown. And then what did he do after that? He walked outside with his brother and lit a couch on fire in a true and tried and true West Virginia tradition.
Where is he from?
He is from, I think he's from PA.
I was going to say, probably southern PA, like rural-ish PA.
He is from Harrisburg.
Okay, there you go. That sounds like a good.
So, Carp, hey, man, anytime you can commit on the Pat McAfee show with a WVU legend there and McAfee, and then go outside and just light a couch on fire, that seems like a pretty. See, that's way better than the hat. You pick it up, you throw it out, you grab another one. Nah, man, just go light a couch on fire.
Listen, you got to create the brand for the NIL. All right? Doing his weekly hits on McAfee, getting some NIL cash, burning couches and doing whatever. I love it.
Bob, I wonder how much the fact, Penn State hasn't named anybody yet. Vatek has named Ryan Franklin.
Who?
James Franklin.
James Franklin. Who's Ryan Franklin?
James Ryan.
James'
Ryan Franklin?
brother.
Okay. No, what's Ryan Franklin? Pitcher, right? Ryan Franklin, maybe?
I don't know who that
okay.
is.
I'll have to look that up at the break. Anyway, how much, the longer this drags on with Penn State not having a coach and Franklin now being at Vatek, how much is that going to set Penn State back, or will it? As far as recruiting goes, like situations like this.
They had like top 5 recruiting class, and when James Franklin was fired, they lost that top 5 recruiting class, and that was just going to be the case. I think James Franklin's going to gobble some of that up. Rich Rod might get some of those guys that are PA, like guys right around there. The thing is, nobody else has hired a coach. Only Virginia Tech has. So
right.
I don't think anybody's hiring anyone until the end of the regular season from this point. And then it's going to be a mad scramble to try to put this together. But your first year is almost a little bit of a wash when it comes to high school recruiting.
Isn't it hard, though, Bob, for when you look at a school like Penn State, to think about them having a year as a wash?
Well,
it's going to happen.
You made the choice to fire your coach.
But
that was all part of it. It was all in the brochure.
The Vatek thing, though, with Franklin being there, it has more of
that job was already open when they fired James Franklin.
I understand,
so they
but I'm
had
saying,
to think about, this guy's going to be living in your backyard.
Well, that's it. Because it's the backyard. Franklin going to Virginia Tech from Penn State. Penn State's, I don't think they're losing a lot of people to Florida and LSU. But I could see him losing people to West Virginia and also to Franklin at Vatek. I could see also the transfer portal opens up.
And also Ohio State, Michigan, Notre Dame. A lot of these Midwest schools are recruiting the same guys.
So yeah, when you say Penn State, it's a wash year. I wonder, is it wash years at Penn State? You know what I mean?
You'd like to think you'd be able to get it straightened out by the second year. If not, then it's a big issue.
Okay, so if you had to put money on it, Bob, Penn State in the CFP in 2 years? In 3 years? In 4 years? Where would you say, I feel comfortable saying Penn State
I would say 3 years, I would hope.
3, yeah.
2 is still a bit of a stretch.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder how much is going to set them back. I mean, multiple years on this, I wonder about that.
I admittedly, lost touch a little bit with the Penn State coaching search just because a lot of, Rule got the extension and whatnot. Other guys.
All those guys stayed.
It looks like per Bet Online, at least, Eli Drinkowitz, the Missouri head coach, is the odds-on favorite. Yeah. Is that gun ahead if you guys had to?
But he's also one of the guys that they're looked at Florida.
Yeah.
I don't know if LSU has him in the mix. I don't think that'd be a bad fit.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd be a bad fit at Florida either. I think those would both be pretty good fits for Drinkwitz. It's a question. I think he would like to leave Missouri, but I do believe like Missouri's made a lot of investments, but they're not. It's not like Ole Miss that's right there on the edge. Like if you're Missouri, you're always punching up.
Yeah,
I think Drinkwitz is the one you would ask if your first choice didn't go to prom with you.
I think it's a good plan B.
Yeah.
But I think Penn State fans will kind of look at it and be like, that's who we hired. And I'm not even saying it's a bad
I know
hire.
what you mean, yeah.
But everybody thinks they're just going to land Urban Meyer, though, and that's not like how it goes.
Yeah, I think Drinkwitz is the backup plan for the. I think Drinkwitz is going to be waiting until he sees what Lane Kiffin does.
Yeah, I think Kiffin holds all the dominoes on all this because Ole Miss could open up, and that would be a pretty good job.
Sure,
I don't know if he would go from Missouri to Ole Miss, but some of the, I think it's John Summerall at Tulane. Like maybe Ole Miss gives him a call if Kiffin leaves, but he could also get the LSU job if Kiffin stays. So we'll see there. Sneak in one more, guys, here real quick. Team USA for men's basketball. They have taken home the gold medal in the last 5 Summer Olympics dating back to 2008. If they want to do it again, though, in Los Angeles here in a few years in the summer of 2028, though, it'll be the next generation of stars that must get the job done. That's because on the Mind the Game podcast with Steve Nash, Steph Curry and LeBron James both were pretty forthcoming about the likelihood or, unlikelihood that they'll be on the team there in 2028. James said, quote, "You already know my answer. I'll be watching it," when the subject was brought up. As for Curry, he wasn't as adamant, but he still had to say, "God willing, if I still have the choice and physical option where I could impact the team, you never say never, but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it." Just last summer, those two guys, they led the team in scoring on their way to winning the gold medal there in Paris. Curry scored 36 points in the semifinal, come from behind win against Serbia, and then scored 24 more in the gold medal game as the USA got the job done against Victor Wembanyama and France. Tito, I'm not ready to take, the field over USA, but between those two, Durant, there's definitely going to have to be a new wave of guys that come in, especially as we see Wembanyama, Giannis, Jokic. Those guys are getting a little bit older too, Giannis and Jokic, but the rest of the world is definitely putting a lot of basketball talent out there to try to catch USA.
There are. We'll see it in the All-Star game this year in the NBA when they do that thing with the international team and whatnot. But I talk out of both sides of my mouth, Bob.
Exactly.
I know.
It's selfish for those guys.
It is very selfish a lot of times. But
put your gear on, Bob.
That being said, though, Bob,
it's like 47.
I hope LeBron and Steph play in the next one. I do.
LeBron will be 100.
I don't care.
He'll be basically Joe Louis. He'd be Joe Louis. I mean, LeBron is my age.
I understand that, Bob. I'm just saying.
When is it, 2028?
Yeah.
He'll be like 45 years old. 44, 30, 45. What a great story.
What a great story would be. As long as Bronny doesn't go also, which I can see LeBron saying, I'll go. That's in play.
What about Bryce?
Yeah, or Bryce, you're right. That's another one there, too. Or then bring Ryan Franklin with you. But I'm just saying, Bob, I think that
you'd be like broaching on him playing in the most Olympics ever.
Yeah.
And it's not like he's some specialty sport that you can do for a long time. You're talking about basketball.
I'm more likely to watch a game in the Olympics if LeBron is playing than if it's, I don't know,
the question becomes are those guys still the best 12?
No, they're not the best 12, but I don't care about that.
Are you sure that LeBron isn't part of the best 12?
Right
he
now,
might still be in that setting.
I don't know.
Less games, shorter games.
Yeah, you put him in a situation where he's only a 20-minute player, 25-minute player, and you're only playing, 7 or 8 games.
But when they did the Dream Team in 92, those weren't the best players.
Yeah, but the rest of the world sucked.
I understand. They were the most accomplished players, though. You know what I mean? But Bird with his back injury, Magic with HIV,
I would say
were not
this,
the best players.
But to Bodie's point,
bad Magic Johnson.
What's he done?
What's he done?
He's got AIDS. Donald Sterling. Donald's big fan of Magic Johnson.
Yes, he is.
Is he still with us?
No.
Sterling?
That's a good question.
I think he's still with us.
If karma's real, I feel like he'd be gone by now.
No,
but
really?
Leave him alive. But the thing is with
91.
Those guys in their setting, in that setting, to Bodie's point, those guys still were the best. Maybe not over 82, but over the course of 7.
In 92, you're saying?
Yeah.
Bird could bring it down the court. Leitner was not the best.
He was the college
Shaq should have been the guy.
They threw. Well, I mean, that's. Listen, I'm not even getting in an argument with that. I don't, because that's not neither here nor there. They threw a college kid on. Leitner was the best college player, most accomplished college player that they had had. But even in that setting, if you go back and you hear these guys talk about it that were 8-10 years younger than them that
Yeah.
were the college kids that they would, or the young players that
Right.
they would scrimmage against.
Yeah, like Grant Hill and Bobby Hurley. And those guys,
They
yeah.
would smoked them. And Bird, like, even though Bird was old, like, dude, all right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
And he'd go down, and they said he made like 7 straight shots on. I forget who
Rodney
was.
Rogers
Rodney
was the guy
Rogers
who was
telling the
talking
story.
trash after the
Tell
first
Larry
one.
Bird, this ain't 84, Bird.
Yeah,
and he's
right.
like, what day? And then he just went down there.
Yes.
And they just gave him the ball and scored
Yeah.
7 straight times. He told him where he was going to shoot, what he was going to do. So to my point, in those settings, and then he went over and put ice on his back. But if you just said, hey, Bird, we need you to play 18 minutes in this game.
Yeah.
In that role, he's still the best for that.
I enjoy watching those because I wanted to see Magic and Bird on the court together, even though they were both well past their primes. I wanted to see it.
I don't
Same
know if
thing with
Magic
LeBron,
was
though.
like well past his prime. He was 3 years younger than Bird, and he didn't have a bad back. Now that HIV,
the
man.
HIV thing he had. Yeah, he had that thing going on.
Dude, he still looks pretty good.
Coming up next, top of the hour. And I want to talk to you about a conference. Did one super conference maybe get too big? We'll talk about that next. Morning Juice.
Hey, does this sound like you where every step or reach is a reminder that it hurts? The pain is there, a reminder of what you're not able to do, how far you've drifted from that life you used to have and love where you didn't have the pain. Listen, if this is you, if this is a family member, you need to talk to them about it. You need to do what I did and go to QC Kinetics. They've got the answers for you, the relief without the scalpel, without the surgery. At QC Kinetics, they tap into your body's own regenerative power. The damaged tissue, it can be healed by itself. It's not science fiction. It's your body's comeback story. The very cells in your body can help you get healed with no surgery, no pills, no long recovery, just remembering how to move and feel alive again so you can golf, hike, do all the stuff you love to do. So go check them out at qckinetics.com/Columbus or 380-208-4544. They have offices all over Columbus, so be sure to check them out at 380-208-4544.
My mom is a veteran and she was injured in the line of duty.
I hurt my leg in a training accident when she was only 2 years old.
She had 7 different surgeries over the span of 9 years, and there were tons of complications.
I couldn't be the mom my kids needed me to be.
She missed so much.
After my last surgery, I got an infection so bad I thought it was going to kill me.
I told her she couldn't leave me yet. There was still so much she had to see. I hadn't even graduated.
I'm doing much better now. I may have lost my leg, but I've gained so much. I'm an active part of my kids' lives.
She can kick a mean soccer ball.
DAV's been there for me and my family. Through thick and thin, they've had our back.
Every year, DAV helps more than 1 million veterans like Sandy get the health and disability benefits they've earned so they can achieve victories great and small.
My victory is getting my life back. I got my joy back.
We got our mom back, thanks to DAV.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
You know what hope is? Hope is action. Carving a path forward, even when it's hard.
And kids who still know how to dream. They're the best pathfinders of all.
So at Child Fund, hope means helping millions of children living in poverty worldwide to grow up healthy, educated, skilled, and so all those good things can come true for them, safe.
And that means safe at home, safe at school, and safe online.
Hope means walking this path together, all of us. Because when we work together, we can do so much more.
That's right. Hope includes you.
Child Fund, because we need each other.
To learn how Child Fund works with children in 23 countries to help them achieve their full potential, visit childfund.org. That's childfund.org.
Proud to be your go-to sports addiction.
WBNS, WBNS FM, HD3 Columbus.
The Fan 3, Ohio sports destination. One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
Morning Juice. Tito, Bobby, Bodie. For Wednesday. Bobby's Friday. Big plans, Bob?
You know what? Every day is a Friday to me.
That feels like
big plans. Not, I don't think anything too crazy. See, just get some stuff done.
But you don't ever take a day off.
I haven't. That's why I've got to take most of this month off.
No, I'm saying like even when you're like okay, you're off the
Oh
next
no, I
couple
do
of
other
days.
shows and stuff.
Yeah, I'm saying
like-
you'll still do your serious stuff.
Yeah.
You'll still do. Did you hear it with Rothman yesterday or today?
That's today.
That's today. Okay, you still do that.
I record some stuff with Dom today.
There you go.
I did that even when I was off last, like a couple Wednesdays ago. I mean, yeah, that's fine. I just don't have to get up early. I get up early to do this. I can get up early to do other things.
The Thanksgiving thing, I'm not gonna hash that out with you on the air, but we should be doing a Thanksgiving show. But it's okay. It's fine. I'm over it. Stuart Mandel for The Athletic. Stu did an article yesterday, Bob, saying that he thinks the Big Ten has gotten too big. And he's talking about...
Did you just come to this conclusion?
Well, he just said, like, what he's shining light on is this whole new thing with the grant of rights and, like, this private equity stuff and how the Big Ten... He also, in the article, he brings up the fact, Michigan State playing a game that ends at 2:30 a.m. against USC this year.
Speaking of, did you guys see the news yesterday?
What's that?
Or maybe Monday? Next Saturday night's Notre Dame Stanford game, 10:30 kickoff.
Oh yeah,
really?
it's exciting.
That's my bedtime, man. What are we doing?
10:30 Eastern, 7:30
Yes.
Pacific.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 7:30 is all it is. Just set your
Come
clock
on.
back and won't be so late then, Bo. That's all you got to do. Go, no, okay. You
What
can't
in
do it on
the
your
world?
phone, but just go to the microwave or you go to your car and change the time on there.
Watching the Cowboys game Monday night, it hit their end of third quarter.
Oh.
I was like, oh my God, I'm so tired. I just want to go to bed.
I cashed out at halftime and then woke up to pee in the middle of the night and watched the fourth quarter. That was a whole other conversation yesterday. Anyway, though, Bob, so the point being in the story is that the Big Ten, as they've gotten bigger now, and now you've got the dispute about should they do this private equity deal, Michigan and USC both against it.
I don't know if they're against it.
Okay.
I think they're against it with. Here's the thing: are people against something, or are they just against it based upon their structure in where the pecking order is with what they're getting, and they're just against the
way it's presented.
The way it's presented. There's the structure.
The
of
idea, but they're okay with.
Yes. And everybody's got their different reasons for this and different things. But maybe USC is against it because they want a larger share of the pie. Like they feel like they're entitled to maybe more than where they're at. Maybe Michigan's just against it to be a conscientious objector because they're upset about the Harbaugh suspension. Who knows? Like those are two theories that could be out there.
In the article, and you alluded to this before too, Bob, before today, but like the most valuable programs, Ohio State, Michigan, and Penn State.
But it's like Ohio State and Michigan, and then it's Penn State, and then USC's kind of behind Penn State. Like Oregon's kind of right there. Like there's a pecking order. And listen, it's easier now. They have these companies come in and they do valuations of like what they're worth, what the TV dollars they drive. Like it's not that hard anymore with all the digital access and the impressions and finding what teams have the largest footprint in this world. Like it's not all that difficult.
Here's what the article says. The deal will pay out upfront cash as a tiered structure. It says the most valuable programs, Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, could receive as much as $190 million. Others would get anywhere from $110 to $150. USC opposes it because the school feels it belongs in the top tier, which seems like something that could be negotiated. And this is, again, this is off The Athletic, the article that Mandel did. But she said, Jen Cohen, the USC AD, we greatly value our membership of the Big Ten Conference, understand and respect the larger landscape, but we also recognize the power of the USC brand is far-reaching, deeply engaging, and incredibly valuable. We will always fight first for what's best for USC.
How about all those folks that have been showing up to your games? That's what I would like. That's the argument.
No, it's fair. That's fair,
Like
Bob.
they're fighting because we value our brand. We think we're worth more. And so hey, who's watching your game this weekend against
Oregon?
Not this one against Oregon. Who's going to watch the game next weekend against UCLA?
Sure. No doubt.
How many people are going to watch that? You're in the second biggest TV market in the country, and it's a local game, crosstown rival.
Mm-hmm.
How many people are going to watch that? And people are like, well, it's USC's not very good. I challenge you with this. How many people watched Ohio State and UCLA?
Yeah.
How many people is going to watch Ohio State Rutgers this weekend? Probably 5 million.
Classic Big Ten rivalry.
And it's an atrocious game.
And that's where this always fascinates me, Bob, is the brand like USC. USC is
The brand used to be stronger than what it is.
It did,
that was
Bob.
before people in California quit caring about football and sports and college sports in general.
When you get people in sports, players in sports who sign contracts,
yeah,
a lot of the times, damn near all the time, Bob, they get paid based on what they've done, not what they're going to do. Fair to say?
I think you're getting paid based upon what you've done, and that being a projection of what you could do in the future.
But I can speak to this personally.
Oh, I can't wait.
As we get older, we don't necessarily get better. And so, like the Albert Pujols thing, Pujols got paid by the Angels based on what he did, not what he was going to do.
Yeah, but here's the thing. As like, what are you talking about? Like the aging with colleges?
Yeah.
Like as if that's some sort of detrimental element to their product?
No,
it is the people, because your body erodes as you age.
Right, but I'm saying USC, I feel like right now they are trying to flex like based on what they've done, not necessarily what they will do.
What have they done, though, in the last 20 years?
Well, 20. Let me think. When was the Carroll years? That was 2000. That was around that time, right?
0405 was
okay,
the
0405.
last.
20
That
years.
was
No doubt about Bob, that's what I'm saying. But like that's the brand, though, is the USC thing, and they're trying to say because of what we've done historically, and I'm talking like the last 50 years, they're saying what we've done historically, and by the way, Will Ferrell's on our sidelines, we should be more important based on this, and I don't agree with it. But isn't that the argument USC's making?
They're arguing that they're better than what they're being evaluated on. And I guarantee you everyone else is looking at the numbers saying, listen, Ohio State carries this thing. Michigan's right there.
Right.
Oregon and Washington have been more valuable assets.
Oh, yeah. If I could buy
since
stock,
USA.
I'd buy stock in Oregon and Washington with
like
USC.
Oregon and Washington are both ascending. Like Oregon especially.
Yeah.
They fill up a stadium. It's charismatic. It's a captivating environment. People care about it. It's a cool brand. I keep saying, who goes to the games?
Right.
On USC. Autzen is slammed. Now, granted, the stadium isn't as big. Well, that's your fault.
God,
Build a new
gorgeous,
stadium
though.
out
It's
there.
a lot of fun.
Well, we don't have as much money. I don't care. Find a way.
So how do you think this ends up happening? Do you think that eventually they do this deal with some other concessions in there, with this private equity firm?
I don't think USC is going to win on this flex.
I don't think there is. Is it
I
Michigan?
think there is. Well, I don't. Michigan, I think, is just upset to be upset about everything that's happened.
Yeah.
Even though it's ridiculous. Like, upset about Harbaugh being suspended and what kind of happened. Everybody else is upset that they didn't get more.
Right.
So it's like, what are we talking about? I mean, why you guys not wondering why you upset with the conference because of how you've been treated within the conference? You guys were cheating, and everybody else is furious at you.
Right.
This isn't like just an Ohio State thing. You talk to the other schools, they're just as mad. It's ridiculous.
I say it's in front of Bodie, Bob, but
say it with all due respect.
No, I mean this is totally
Remember,
respectful.
I'm saying with all due respect. That idea ain't worth a velvet painting of a whale and a dolphin getting it on.
I touched on it yesterday, Bob.
Great line.
What's the benefit of Ohio State being in the Big Ten?
Yes.
I'm just like, what's the benefit?
You're preaching to the choir,
Start a
Tito.
conference of independence.
Yes.
I'm just saying, Bob, what's the
We'll get
benefit?
6 of us
Start
together.
start the Avengers Initiative.
Why? Like, tell me, I understand.
Tell me why.
30, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, yes. But
The
with where it's gone
champions of the West.
Where it's gone now, though, Bob, what the hell? Why? What is the benefit of Ohio State being in the Big Ten?
I think there's scheduling benefits to it. It's hard to put together schedules.
You can find Purdue. You can find Rutgers. They just might be different schools.
Oh, yeah. You know what you do? You call them South Florida and Tulane.
Exactly. That's right. Exactly, Bob. You can find enough homecoming
Maybe
games.
throw a Memphis in there.
Okay. You can still do
Maybe.
that. But I can't figure out for the life of me. And like Forrest Gump, I'm not a smart man. But I don't.
But you do know what love is.
Jen.
That's all I got to say about that.
But Bob, I'm trying to find a reason why. And I know you can.
Tracy Chapman said, "Give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn right back around."
God, my wife said to me several times in the last month. I still haven't got an answer for her. But anyway, Bob, I like other sports. Yes, I get it, but I hate saying this, but Notre Dame's doing it right.
there's pros and cons with that. If they miss the playoff this year, no one's going to say they're doing it right. They get
made
in
it last year, though.
Got in last year, but I think that them putting him at 9, they just beat the hell out of Pitt, who was ranked in the top 22, or were they 22, 21, whatever, something like that.
Yeah, 21, 22.
They beat the hell out of him. They didn't bump him up to the 8th spot because they didn't want him to have a home playoff game.
Right, sure.
They have 2 losses. We're not giving it to you. You'll get back in the corner. We're going to let you in.
I've changed, Bob. I used to be Notre Dame, join your damn conference. And now I'm like, Ohio State, get out of the damn conference.
There's a lot of other benefits. And when you look at the whole academic spectrum and everything else, I know you don't care about that off.
Bobby, what? I can't remember the last time I was in Ohio Stadium on a Saturday and I heard, we've got A's. We've got A's. I've never heard that, Bob.
I mean, we got AIDS, is what I think he was saying.
That's a different show.
Last time I checked, you didn't get 80,000 people in that stadium for a gosh darn science project.
Bob, so can we just not?
That's James Caan out of the program, by the way.
I never saw that one. I've seen clips. But Bob, okay, then explain to me why does the academic thing matter so much? We're talking about football.
Because the presidents care about it. And that's why you go to schools, is for academics.
Not if you're a football player. I don't think you do.
Maybe not, but the rest of the
that's fine.
45 to 50,000 people do.
You know what, then? Put together an All-American in the know team if you want to. I don't care. Isn't the know still exist? Do we know that?
I don't even know what that is.
You remember in the know, Bob?
Yeah.
It was a high school quiz show.
Okay.
Usually on public television.
I always wanted to be on that.
I told you I was on In the Know at Brookhaven, didn't I?
Get out of here.
I was on the In the Know team, Bob.
I wouldn't. Brookhaven's not a school anymore, so they can't be offended by that.
No, Bob, listen, though. First of all, we're never on TV.
Of course not.
Okay, here's the reason I was on the In the Know team. We had Tom Wynn. We had Vicky Hale, Bill Montgomery, and Susan Caslow. Geniuses. Okay? But every In the Know match we played in against other City League teams, they always had 2 questions at the end of the first round and the second round that were sports.
So that's why they brought you in.
That's why they brought me in. I was in there for the last 2 questions. That was the last 2 questions of each round were sports related. And I killed it. I didn't get a letter, but I killed it though.
Hey.
I just don't.
As long as you know you did.
Yeah, Bob, I don't.
I think it's a great idea, Tito.
I don't want to talk about academics and football anymore.
I get it. I mean, but it's not talking about football. You're talking about the conference, which applies to the whole college. And so that's the difference.
I don't think they came there to play school, Bob.
They could go independent in football.
That's what I'm saying. That's why Notre Dame's got to figure it out.
I don't think you can. I don't think that's an option
Notre Dame does it.
They have a quasi-agreement. They have a quasi-agreement with the ACC, though, for everything else. Like, you need someplace for other sports to play. And Notre Dame's always been independent. I mean, Ohio State's academics are really good now.
Sure.
But they always weren't that way.
But if Ohio State went to the Big Ten and said, you know what, we're branching out in football. You can have everything else with us. We want to stay in everything else. We'll still play 4 Big Ten teams a year, but we want to be independent in football. Would the Big Ten say pound sand, or the Big Ten say, yeah, okay?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Another conference would take them. I guarantee you that.
I promise. Yeah, absolutely.
If the ACC was like, we can get an Ohio State agreement just like we have with Notre Dame, they would
in a
they
heartbeat
would sign up
right
before you could ask the question.
And that's why, look, if Michigan and USC can try to flex this way,
Ohio State and Notre Dame could play in the indendent conference championship at the end.
Every year. The hell with the Michigan game.
Winner gets an automatic spot in the playoff.
The weekend in December will be Army, Navy, Ohio State, Notre Dame, Bobby, every year. But I'm just saying, Bob, like, if USC and Michigan want to flex that way, Ohio State should super flex.
Super flex.
Like Rick James?
Yes, they should mega flex. That's what they should do.
Freak.
I just say it, Bob. It's like if Michigan and USC want to act like, hey, you know, we're going to show you how strong we are.
F your couch, Big Ten.
Hold my beer is what I would say if I were Ohio State.
I think it's a great idea, Tito.
I hate that because
if you start the petition,
are glowing right now.
I
know you are. And Cousin Rob's going to text me if he's listening later on and tell me the same thing. And in the chat, Steve Kerr,
yes.
Patrick.
Steve's probably got some thoughts on it.
I love Patrick. I like Steve. But I'm going to be on their side there. All right. Coming up next. I got to calm down. Austin Ward joins us. We'll do that next. Morning Juice.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you've hit your medical deductible, now's the time to see Dr. Mark Levy. Get a custom oral appliance that stops snoring and helps you ditch that CPAP and pay less out of pocket. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com before the year ends.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Get ready for big savings this season at Germain Toyota. Drive home a rugged 2026 Toyota Tundra with 2.99% APR for up to 72 months, plus get $1,000 in customer cash. Or take the wheel of a 2026 Toyota Camry LE. Lease it for just $269 a month for 36 months with 10,000 miles a year and $32.99 due at signing. Whether it's power or performance you're after, Germain Toyota has the deal to get you there in style. Visit Germain Toyota at the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road or online at germaintoyota.net.
Hey, Columbus. It's Lorenzo Stiles Jr., Ohio State student athlete. Football runs deep in my family. My dad played here, and now my brother and I are proud to carry on that tradition. At Monogram Homes, family matters too. They treat every homeowner like one of their own, building with care, precision, and pride. Monogram doesn't just build houses, they build homes, crafted just for you. So whether you're starting your first home or designing your dream space, Monogram Homes has got your back every step of the way. Visit monogramhomes.net to start building today. Monogram Homes, a builder you can trust.
While serving in Vietnam, a grenade took my ability to see. Today, I'm a sculptor. Now, my fingers are my eyes. I'm Michael Naranjo. As a veteran, I know the challenges of life can be great. In my art, turning a lump of clay into something beautiful, that is worth doing. Life is like that. We each must use what we can to make things better.
DAV helps veterans like Michael get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year in life-changing ways.
Now, I show others how they can create something with their own hands. I know it can do a lot of good. With support from DAV, more veterans can shape their lives into a thing of beauty. My victory is bringing beauty into the world.
Michael Naranjo, may your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
I thought mixing bleach with my floor cleaner would take the stain out.
When my youngest ate the dog's medicine, that was a new one.
I was trying to protect my garden, but I accidentally sprayed myself with pesticide.
So I called 1-800-222-1222, the poison helpline.
A poison expert helped me figure out what to do next.
I was connected to someone who spoke Spanish.
They answered my questions.
It was free.
It was confidential.
It was real help in real time.
Keep the poison experts in your pocket. 1-800-222-1222.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Don't let your insurance benefits go to waste. End the year sleeping better with Dr. Mark Levy's oral appliance. No mask, no noise, just results. Hurry, deductibles reset soon. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or go to sleepbettercolumbus.com today.
Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
It's Bobby, it's Tito, it's Bodie. Now it's this guy.
A guy who considers himself the mayor of Laramie, Wyoming, who holds the shuffleboard record at the Ranger, and most impressive, the commissioner of the Central Ohio Two-Man Scramble League. Here's Austin Ward.
There he is, Austin Ward, joining us right now. Austin, good morning, my friend. And I'm curious, I heard Bobby's take on it earlier. I want to hear yours. Do you think Carnell Tate and or Jeremiah Smith play this weekend?
Well, today's Wednesday, Tito. I mean, we're all day-to-day in life. Yep. I don't...
It's not St. Patrick's Day. That's another day entirely.
I feel like, and I'm not trying to avoid the question. I don't know what Bob said earlier in the show. I wasn't listening. I apologize for that. But
wow, no disrespect.
Ohio State is not concerned about the long-term health of Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate. Jeremiah Smith played with this injury that he's dealing with on a limited basis, but he did play on Saturday, which should be the most clear signal that they could possibly send about it. If this was a playoff game on Saturday, if it was the game on Saturday, I don't believe that either one would miss that game. But yesterday was the first practice of the week. There's another practice today. With Carnell Tate's situation, and what I understand it, with it being a potential muscle situation, they can be unpredictable. It is not, to my understanding, a situation that is like torn or requiring surgery or any sort of medical procedure. It's about rest and getting ready until he's fully comfortable to go. And then, Jeremiah's last week was more of a, pain tolerance and risk tolerance situation based on Ryan Day for the risk and Jeremiah Smith for the pain. So, I'm not in the medical room. I'm not on Ohio State's medical staff. But when they're telling, and this is not just one person or not based on a press conference, there's not concern about it from Ohio State. Now, it would be weird for as many people as I've talked to, or as many people as Bob has talked to, which is probably a lot more than mine if I had to wager, for them all to be coming up with some sort of conspiracy or cover up or lying about the status of these players, because eventually the truth will be out there on Saturdays when it's time to play. So, I appreciate the way that the question is asked. We're all wondering, Tito, if that's going to be the case, but we're not going to know their status for Saturday against Rutgers until Saturday. And I don't think there's any benefit to playing them personally. So if they're at 85, 90, 95%, I wouldn't play them. Rutgers is a 30.5-point underdog, and they're not going to challenge Ohio State, and they still are going to have to go play what is going to be an elimination game to get to Indianapolis against their biggest rival on the road next week in the cold. I would take every precaution and every preparation that you could possibly have to be ready for that one, and the gauntlet that's going to be looming after that. If you beat Michigan and then go to Indianapolis to play the number 2 team in the country with a Big Ten title on the line, if you go to the college football playoff after that, it's going to be far more relevant to have those players available then than to beat the Scarlet Knights on Saturday afternoon.
Very, very interesting. I don't, like you said, I don't think you need either one of these guys to win this game. And Austin, it's probably almost a benefit to get some of those young receivers like we saw in the second half, guys who have worked hard. We talked about how highly recruited they are and how, effective they could be. This gives us an opportunity then to be able to see that and see what they can do.
Yeah, in the last couple of weeks, I think you've seen Bryson Rogers offer a reminder of what he can be for Ohio State. He's in that sandwich zone, Bob, where he's not one of the new shiny toys, a 5-star freshman like a Quincy Porter, or getting his first action like like Mylan Graham. And you see this happen sometimes with guys in their third year in the program where they're sort of in between. They get overlooked a little bit, and Bryson Rogers hasn't been able to say, look, I'm here. He dealt with injuries himself in the middle stretch of the season where Mylan Graham and Quincy Porter were able to elevate a little bit and sneak some of those reps in, and then that juiced up some of the attention and hype for them again. But I thought the play that Bryson Rogers made on the scramble drill for Julian Sand to uncover and score that touchdown on Saturday was great. He'd made some key catches the week before on the road at Purdue to move the chains. He had also, a couple people pointed out to me in the program, it's like, you guys are going to talk about these catches. He was really good as a perimeter blocker. And I think if you look on Saturday against UCLA, this might have been the best that the perimeter blocking had been for Ohio State all year, as you had Bryson Rogers out there and Brandon Ennis playing well, Quincy Porter and Mylan Graham getting involved. So, those guys I think are hungry to do that. That's not a knock on what Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Smith provide in every other way, but I don't know that they've been great at that. And Ohio State's run game ticked up accordingly. Now, UCLA also is not the toughest opponent in the world. They're not Michigan. They're not Indiana. They're not anyone that Ohio State might play in the playoff. So that part is fair as well. But these reps are significant, as you mentioned, Bob, for getting them ready. Ryan Day said this from the moment the season started. At some point, they're going to need that depth. They're going to need Brandon Ennis. They're going to need Bryson Rogers. They're going to need Mylan Graham to elevate. And it's a long season. There were going to be health setbacks along the way. Now, neither one of these, to go back to Tito's question, we've been parsing the answers from Tuesday's press conference and trying to dig and get as much information as possible. The one thing that Ohio State and Ryan Day has done, which, by the way, his injury policy and what he says or doesn't say publicly has really not changed in the 7 years. It's not It's not cryptic. It's not surprising that he is not putting a fine point on what is going on with those guys. But when it has become a situation where it is season ending, Ohio State and Ryan Day have always designated that and revealed that information. And I think that's a pretty significant thing to throw out a reminder of right now as well.
He is one half of The Beat with Austin and Byrne. You can catch that podcast anywhere you get your podcast. 10TV Plus, those where probably I would recommend you get it. Anyway, Austin, it was such a terrible game by Julian Sayin, only completed 73% of his passes. Quite the letdown for him. But as I'm watching the game, and again, this is first world problems here, right? Because the offense, the passing game looked slightly disjointed because obviously no Tate, no Jeremiah for a good chunk of it. Do you think that 73%, I'm complaining. The fact it did not look as crisp, more because of the personnel that was in there, I don't say unexpectedly, but the person that was in the game, or maybe Sayin not being 100% physically?
I think both contributed to that. I talked to Berman, I talked to Julian Sayin, just briefly on the notebook on Saturday night, and as he was leaving the horseshoe, he did not have that same gait that he normally does. He looked like he was banged up a little bit. He had obviously had that ankle retaped after. I thought, Bob, was that a hip drop tackle or what? Like, I don't know why it's not outlawed in college football, but
I don't know why it's outlawed at all, Austin. You got to get guys to the ground somehow. We got to quit protecting these guys. All right, we can take the training wheels off the offense. They'll be okay.
All right, I wanted to see if I could get you worked up as Tito was just a second ago talking about the Big Ten, but I guess I failed. Look, he went down awkwardly.
Yeah.
However he got to the ground, and the ankle, I don't think felt great. It wasn't enough to knock him out of the game. Again, the medical staff looked at that, and yeah, he can go. We're just going to tape it up. Then he ran, Julian Sayin on the sideline. I don't know. It'd be tough for me to put a percentage on it because I do think that not having Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith is going to cause the completion percentage to drop ever so slightly. And I think when we're talking about these reps and the value for that with Mylan Graham and Bryson Rogers and Quincy Porter, obviously Julian Sayin has not been throwing as often to these guys, certainly not in game situations. I know that there's a lot of practice reps to go around, but the chemistry and the timing and all of that, they haven't had an opportunity to do that quite as much. So I know there was one play in particular where I believe it was Bryson Rogers. It was like, he just wasn't where Julian Sayin thought he was going to be. Mylan Graham, same deal. So I think that those are some of the benefits that you get if you're going to turn or if you're forced to turn some of these reps into practice opportunities and development chances for the next wave of wide receivers, because they could still be playing 2 regular season games, a Big Ten championship game, and 3 playoff games. So there are a ton of snaps still available, and who knows how this is all going to transpire with any of them, because it is a physical sport, and injuries do occur, Bob, as you can attest.
Absolutely. Obviously Rutgers, it's not a 30-point spread. I think the spreads have been about 100 points the last 3 weeks combined.
Yeah.
2 weeks, though, or a week and a half, I guess, looming. Biggest concern heading into Ann Arbor here for 2025 for you?
I do think that it is tied into the injuries for me, because if Ohio State is going to be at its best, then Jeremiah and Carnell have to be involved in that. And so much of what we have seen over the last couple of years and the criticism that has existed for Ryan Day is that he would get into the game and decide that he needed to, or the way that it appeared, it was proving his toughness, and you got to win the rushing battle and do things that didn't necessarily feature Ohio State's personnel. It didn't play to their strengths the way that we all know it to be, which is, once that was over, it's like, well, here comes the laser show again, and Ohio State's going to unleash the passing attack and go pick teams apart, including talent-equated teams in playoff games. And the way that they played the Tennessee game was not the way that they approached the game last year in the shocking upset. So it'll go back to that, and I don't expect daily updates on it. And I think that might cause some ulcers and some stress around the Thanksgiving table for some folks next week if Carnell doesn't play fully on Saturday, or if Jeremiah is limited again and we have to go through another week of uncertainty building up towards noon on November 29th. And I wish that wasn't the case. That'd be great for me. That'd be great for us, talking about this on the Morning Juice. But this is, that's going to be the thing that I think ultimately determines it, because what I saw from Michigan on Saturday at Wrigley Field was pretty troubling for Bryce Underwood in that offense. They had 5 turnovers in that game. They did survive. Kudos to them for that. But they were also giving up a lot of deep shot opportunities to a Northwestern offense that doesn't have anywhere near the quarterback firepower and definitely doesn't have anywhere near the wide receiver talent that Ohio State does. And there were a lot of opportunities that just were out of the reach or just went through the hands of Northwestern wide receivers. So both sides of the football, I thought, looked surprisingly vulnerable for Michigan. Now, I know that I'll knock on my desk right here. That was the case last year, where Ohio State was better in every phase. Maybe not special teams at that time a year ago, but was a multi-touchdown favorite for a reason, and they should have won that game comfortably and did not. So I'm not taking anything for granted for Ohio State next week, but if I'm Matt Patricia, if I'm Brian Hartline, I would be looking at a pretty recent example of film from Michigan that has to be enticing to them.
Austin Ward, he's one half of the beat with Austin Berm joining us here. We'll get you out here on this one. And in the chat, we have a initial member of the Hall of Fame, Phil J, mentions that he said, tell Bobby I was wrong about Lorenzo. He's a dog. And Lorenzo, big return there in that game for Ohio State, which hasn't happened since, what we say, it's 2010, Bob, is that right?
Jordan Hall,
2010. I'm curious, someone like Lorenzo, whose name we don't say very much, it was, I don't know if how you feel about it also, but it was fun for me to see how excited his teammates were. As somebody who probably doesn't get talked about as much, very talented player, obviously, who's firmly invested in the program. I'm curious what your perspective was on that with the reception he got from his teammates.
Yeah, I thought it was such a cool moment, Tito, and I one of his teammates is his actual brother, and so the Blocko, Sonny Styles, was running down to the sideline down there in the northwest corner of the end zone to greet him, and I got passed along this story from Berm, who was on the sideline, because I could see it, and I was watching Sonny to go celebrate with Lorenzo. I'm like, this is such a cool moment. It's a drought that's lasted 15 years for Ohio State on special teams. It's a Pickerington native who gets to end it. He's scoring a touchdown in the horseshoe as a defensive player, on a special teams player. It is a unique situation, and then to go have your brother celebrate with you. So Sonny is running down there, and one of the officials says, "Hey, you're not involved on this play. You have to get out of here." And Sonny's like, "That's my brother, man." And he may have used other language. And then the ref's just like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. But these guys, like Sonny and Lorenzo, put in so much work. And Sonny, I don't even think that Sonny gets enough spotlight because of the fact that he's playing with Arvell and Caleb Downs right now. These guys are tireless workers. We see them amongst the last people to leave on Wednesday nights after practices like tonight. They will be in there. You see Lorenzo Sr. in there a lot of times trying to, give some advice and be around, and it's a family affair and all that stuff. Like, it's cliches, but it is super cool to what they have this opportunity to do together in the Woody Hayes Athletic Center in the Horseshoe. It's going to be an emotional one for them on Saturday for sure, to be wrapping this up together, which is also pretty crazy, since Sonny reclassified and was like, I don't know, he couldn't check into his hotel room in Las Vegas in Big Ten Media Days. But that was a cool moment, Tito. You're absolutely right, and I think that there were a lot more layers to it as you peel them back, and I know it's going to continue to be special for them on Saturday, and I know that they're going to manage those emotions the best way to get through it against Rutgers, because what they really want is to get a set of gold pants and win a Big Ten championship in a couple weeks. So one game at a time, but Saturday was definitely one that's going to go in the photo album for the Styles family. Just to be clear, Phil Jake said DAWG, not DOG, because if he's a dog, that's a different. DOG is different than DAWG and different than DOGG. So I just want to make sure I got that clear. You said right. DAWG. That's the good one. DOGG, the best one. Austin, thanks so much, buddy. We will talk again. I'll probably see you on Friday. You definitely will. All right.
There we go. Do you need a bank that truly values local business in this town? The opportunity to work alongside them as partners, whether you're a small business or a large operation. Riverside Bank of Dublin, they've got the right tools for the job. Riverside Bank of Dublin has the experience of working right here in Central Ohio. They understand the business climate in our area. They're going to help you reach your goals, whether you need an SBA loan to get your business off the ground, a line of credit to keep your business running smoothly, or equipment financing to get your business up to scale. Riverside Bank will tailor a solution that fits your needs. Visit them at riverside.bank or stop in to get to know them in person at 6300 France Road, Riverside Bank of Dublin, number FDIC, equal housing lender.
Coming up next, David's got us juice, morning juice.
You know a thing or two about the moments in life that matter. You've seized those moments to embrace joy, accomplish great things, and build meaningful relationships. Is it time now to sit back and reflect on a life well lived? Maybe. Or maybe there's more to be done. Maybe this is the most important moment you've encountered yet. By volunteering with AmeriCorps Seniors, you can seize the moment, lend a hand, and get back more than you give. We connect you to local volunteer organizations with opportunities that fit your schedule and match your interests. Through AmeriCorps Seniors, you can support people in times of need and make your community stronger. You can become a companion to your older neighbors, brightening their days with friendship. You can even become a mentor for young people, serving as a role model and enriching their lives. Are you ready to seize your moment? Visit AmeriCorps.gov/yourmoment and get started today.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
Some journeys start small, with small pause and big purpose.
Look how little fly, you sweet girl.
Every great partnership begins with the first step,
Bella, let's go.
guiding them through the world so one day they can guide someone through life. With shared experience, confidence grows, and the path becomes clear. It takes time, patience, and love. But the reward lasts a lifetime.
Hey, good girl, Bella.
You don't just raise a puppy. You raise a future. Become a Dogs Inc. puppy raiser. Give a dog a purpose. Give someone hope.
Learn more at dogsinc.org.
We built a brand new studio just for Bobby, and Tito has already ruined it just by being here. I'm pregnant. This is Morning Juice.
Morning Juice, final segment of the program. Thank you, Austin Moore, for joining us. Albert Breer tomorrow.
Highness.
Highness
It's a
tomorrow.
Highness Thursday.
It's a Highness Thursday. Right now, though, let's tell people what's got us juiced.
What's got you juiced?
Sponsored by Billiards Plus. Find your next grill and everything you need for the master griller. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
All right, Bob. It's a Wednesday.
Oh, what's got me juiced is seeing old Steve Kerr in the chat. Academics at OSU with a couple laughing emojis. I always find it entertaining. Steve, I got into Notre Dame too, buddy. It's all good.
You got accepted at Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm not.
They don't offer you a scholarship unless they can get you in.
I got you, Bob. I didn't mean that disrespectfully.
I would have got in without playing football.
That's fine. I'm not
Thank
questioning
you very
that.
much.
No,
Well,
I'm not questioning
You
it.
said it in a questioning manner,
I
though.
said it like I didn't know. It wasn't like
There was a question mark at the end. You
there
got
was-
into
I
Notre
didn't-
Dame?
I didn't know that you got into Notre Dame. That's all. It's more of I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I don't question you could be in Notre Dame, yes.
I told my kids yesterday, as I was yelling at them about their academics, I could have gone to any school in the country that had played football, and I feel good about that. What's got me juiced?
Did you apply to the Ivy League schools?
Didn't apply, but
they came after you.
The Princeton guy, when he came through, told my dad, he's like, I've been here for all of your kids. My youngest brother, Nathan, he's like, if I don't get one of them, my coach is going to tell me I'm terrible. He's like, how can we not get any of your boys?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, he's like, they're smart kids. They value academics. It's like, well, it's in New Jersey and just kind of far away. He's like, I think they all, not that they don't value academics, but they can probably try to marry academics and football opportunity. And a lot of times, when you go to a school that has good football, you're going to meet a lot of the same people and create a lot of good networks. So, yeah, the Princeton coach, he had been there for like 10, 12 years. My dad goes, I see this guy twice a year, every year. And I'm like, I'm going to tell him Nate's not going to come here either. And he's going to be furious about it. But, so I didn't apply to any, but they pull your transcripts before they recruit you. Right. It's not like they wouldn't be going to recruit Jeff Thitoff at Brookhaven.
Did they know about Man in the Know thing?
No, they would do the research. They'd watch the clips. I watched a show last night on Amazon, the Redemption story about Ohio State. Really good. I would encourage everybody to go out there and watch it. It's about the Ohio State team, 2024, and kind of the galvanizing elements of it and the faith-based element that permeated the squad. Reese Davis is in it. There's a lot of great people that are including the players, talking about everything that went into last year. I may even have made a cameo in it. I'm in it for like 30 seconds, and the kids are like, this is why you wanted to watch it. I go, no, I want you guys to watch this because it's a great story about the guys. And G. Scott and Travion and Emeka are kind of the three central casting characters there that they're in there. But just watching it, made me incredibly proud to be a Buckeye, and the things that those guys represent, the tenets that they hold dear, and how they handle themselves publicly. And it just makes me all the more happy for them to have won that national championship last year. And then for a lot of those guys to then ultimately come back this season who didn't leave and to go try to do something that nobody in Ohio State history has ever done, which is win back-to-back national championships, and no one since Woody Hayes haven't even won two. So pretty excited for that. It was a lot of fun. Excited for a couple of days off. Coach some basketball, spend some time. I don't know. We might go down to our river house today. And my brother's coming in town. I love Thanksgiving week, and I get to see a lot of my family, get to enjoy them, watch a lot of football, eat a lot of food. And so it's always the best part, I think, of the year for me. So it's the holidays coming up. Always try to embrace that and have a good time with it as well. All that has me juiced. Bodie, what Schleg's got to say?
I don't know what Schlegs has to say, unfortunately. Today we had a little PC restart over here.
Oh, no.
A second ago it said you're 100% there. And so...
You mean Schleg said that or now it's...
No, the PC.
How long does it take to reset, you think?
Honestly, normally a handful of minutes, I feel like. It's been going for a couple minutes now. But a second ago it said 100%. And now it says updates are underway. Please keep your computer... we're trying to hang around here. It looks like it's trying to sign in.
I've got 4 things here on my thing that says Schlegs. One says Schlegs 76 plus.
Okay.
Schlegs fire the cannon.
No.
Schlegs 113.
No.
Schlegs 77 plus.
No.
Could I play any of those though?
Oh, you
want to do it?
Actually, hold on though. I think
we're gonna find something here.
Yeah, we're back. We're rolling here.
Schlegs?
I also got to get signed back in because I had something to play too for what's got you juiced. All right. Stupid setup.
I don't know what Schlegs 76 plus is 34 seconds long.
Okay. Here we go. Here's what Schlegs is juiced about today. Well, maybe not.
Misfire.
It's back. It's on. I don't know why it's not.
One other thing I'll throw out there since we got some extra time, and like I said, once you did that, I had that Goggins cut I've been trying to get in, and the PC's just not agreeing with us. But yesterday I went to Ohio State's practice. Usually go on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and holy smokes, I went out there. It was like probably 40 degrees to begin. It was nice. And then that rain came in the wind, and it was freezing. It was chilling your bones by the end. Ryan and one of the guys to go out there. And talking to the New England guys, I go, this is reminiscent of Bill Belichick. He'd be, just deal with it. And I'm like, just deal with it. This is brutal. Like, we're not playing in this, but you could be playing in this the final regular season game of the year. So I know Ryan wanted to get those guys some exposure to it, get them toughened up a little bit, and hopefully, grow them that way. But my goodness, I had to come home and get immediately in the shower. I was like a block of ice getting out of there, Bodie.
All right. I think we're ready to roll here.
Just said they never care about how much you know till they know how much you care. That's number one. Are you competent in what you do? Are you an expert in your field? I don't give a crap what it is, but are you an expert in it? And then are you consistent? Are you the same way every swinging day?
Every swinging day. It's a good little word usage there. I like that, Schlegs. All right, guys, what has me juiced today on this Wednesday? Happy to be back in here with you guys for the last day of the week for all three of us. That's all right. Good little Wednesday here. What has me juiced today, making a little trip back to the hometown, down to Hebron for a little career day thing.
Oh, you're talking.
Look at that.
I guess so. My stepmom, she's a teacher
Scott's
there.
Tots?
And she asked me to do it. I was like, sure, I could do that. And, speaking of Scott's Tots, I was trying to find some inspiration as to what to, try to guide these young children as they make their way into the high school ranks and whatnot. And here's where I landed on from a little movie clip from a little movie called Talladega Nights.
Okay, next up is Ricky Bobby. Ricky, is your father here?
No, ma'am. I haven't seen my daddy in years. But my mama says he's out racing cars and, well, dipping his wick in anything that moves.
Okay, kids, that's enough. We're gonna move on to Brennan, whose father's...
Don't pay them no mind, Ricky. Thanks, Cal. Shake and bake. You'll be my best friend forever.
His job is like as a prison guard.
Excuse me, darling. I'm Reese Bobby. I'm here for career day with my son, Ricky.
Dad!
Hey there, boy! Man, you got big. How long's it been? 3-4 months?
10 years.
10 years? Man, I got to lay off the peyote.
Mr. Bobby, there's no smoking in here.
Oh, it's all right, darling. I'm a volunteer fireman. Okay. I am a semi-professional race car driver and an amateur tattoo artist. And the first thing you got to learn if you're going to be a race car driver is you don't listen to losers like your know-it-all teacher over here.
Okay, I think that's enough.
Your teacher wants you to go slow, and she's wrong, because it's the fastest who gets paid, and it's the fastest who gets laid. Which
actor is that?
Oh, yeah.
It's
You know what I'm talking about.
Gary Oldman, right?
Gary Oldman, yeah.
Oh, was it really?
He's so good in
Good
it.
for him.
I just watched it the other day. We watched it with our tennis players who were staying at the house, and they'd never seen it. They're like, this is the greatest American movie ever.
Or Gary Cole, sorry,
Gary Cole.
not Gary Goldman.
Well, that's
Gary
different.
Coleman, I think.
Yes, very
Gary
different.
Cole would be a much different vibe on that. Is Gary Cole the guy who was in Office Space?
Let's see here. I don't really know too much of what he was in. NCIS. He was in Office Space. Yep,
He was
the Brady Bunch
boss,
movie.
right? Yeah, he was the boss.
Was in Dodgeball. I don't remember that. But anyway, yeah, Gary Oldman was
A little different.
Lieutenant Gordon.
Yeah, I'll say Gary Coleman, much different.
Nevertheless, great movie scene amongst many from a fantastic movie that, Tito, I don't believe you've ever seen.
I have, and I still have to see it.
Okay, add that to the list there.
It was awesome watching with someone who had never seen it before.
Yeah. You got payback coming, Randy. We were soulmates. Remember, Ricky, if you ain't first, you're last. Tito, what's got you juiced today?
It's Michigan week. I don't care what you say. It's Michigan week. Okay, Michigan week is already started. Michigan week, yes. And so, I started doing this thing where I start looking at the 10-day forecast for Ann Arbor.
Uh-oh.
Now, right now, it's showing. Look,
30 snow showers.
No offense to meteorologists, especially the ones here at the station. Okay, but no one knows. We can't. You can't say for certain what's 10 days out is going to happen.
None of us know the day nor the hour.
You're right. Right now, it is showing for Saturday the 29th, a high of 31, low of 21. Now it's showing
That's
Sunday,
cold.
snow showers.
Oh.
Little change in the atmosphere, little wind
That's
change, little manipulation by the government. That could change the weather there, Bob.
Start salting the clouds.
We could get snow showers.
Building hurricanes.
Something changes on this flat earth of ours, Bob.
Snow showers aren't doing it. Snow doesn't impact the game.
Wind.
No.
Wind.
Okay.
Wind gets you.
Snow does impact the game. The way I consume it. It does. I know it might affect the game, Bob. I will enjoy watching the game in snow more, though, when you people are out there freezing.
You like
in snow.
snow, Tito?
I love snow.
Like Lynn Bias did, or
I don't not that kind of snow. No. But I think in order it would be like weather snow, snow informer, and then Len Bias snow.
Okay.
I think that's how I'd rank my favorite snows.
I like that. How about Tony Montana Snow?
Never saw that movie, but I've seen clips.
I don't get that reference either.
That's from the drug movie.
The drug movie.
Where
he's got a nice pile of snow on his desk.
He does on his desk. A young Michelle Pfeiffer in that movie, right? Wasn't she the wife, girlfriend, whatever it was?
Oh, yeah.
That was her, yeah. A bunch of people that are not Cuban or Italian playing Cuban and Italian guys, though, right?
I mean, Pacino's Cuban or Italian.
He's Italian. He's playing a Cuban guy, though? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's right. So.
We claw with our fingernails, Tito.
I am so the Michigan week is going to be. First of all, let's put it this way. Typically, on a normal day, I'm not that productive. Michigan, like from now until the Michigan game, I will be even less productive. If there's a way to be negative productive, I will find that way.
That's good.
That's what I'll do. I'll be watching clips. I'll be watching documentaries.
What year?
Clips?
When you go to pull up the clip, like first year.
Okay, I would say 1977 Ohio State, Michigan. I watched part of that the other day. But I'll pull those games up, though.
Color?
Like I will. No offense to you, Bob. I don't do much with the 0-2 game or like the games that you played in because I've got memories of those already, but I don't have a lot of memories of
amazing because all the whippets you did.
The 78, 79, the 83 games or whatever. I don't have a lot of memories of those games just because I was as into it. But like I watched your games pretty closely, so like I don't need to watch.
What about like 2021?
I don't 2021. I don't watch.
Does it fire you back up to be like, we lost? Let's go take care of business up there this year.
Because I don't.
No motivation.
I need to watch the games from like the 70s. I need to watch documentaries of people that are much older talking about
those
the good
videos
old days.
of Woody grabbing the chains and throwing them out on the field.
Ohio State tearing down the banner at Michigan when they ran onto the field.
Forget the malice in the palace. Let's say Woody Hayes I'm like, dude's grabbing kicking the yards, the field, the number signs, like the every 10-yard signs, grabbing the chains and literally throwing them like a javelin out onto the field. I'm looking at that. I'm like, how did they not get thrown out of the game for this?
I know they're not listening. But Rex Kern, don't answer your phone this week. Doug Donnelly, don't answer your phone this week. Sleecher, if I show up, just pick up the other line on the other side of the glass here so we can talk. But that's about it for me.
Said he'd let you in for a conjugal.
He would let me in for... Thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day, folks. We'll talk.